Welcome to OFAR. In this tutorial, I'll be guiding you on how to assemble this Fjallbo Shelf Unit from IKEA. For this build, you need a couple of Phillips screwdrivers, something pointy to poke holes with, and a level. You can also use a drill with a Phillips or positive drive bit to speed up the assembly process. So the first step is to grab these two metal pieces and put them into this orientation. The bottom piece should have these two holes located on either side. As for the side piece, just make sure that these two holes that I pointed to are in this position. Then connect both pieces like this. Now grab one screw and screw it into this hole. Next, grab these two bars and put them into this orientation. Both bars should have only one hole located on each end, not two. Then connect them as shown. Now grab two of these screws and screw them into these two holes. Then grab this bar and make sure that this end is facing the bottom like this. There's another bar that's identical, so it doesn't matter which one you choose to use. Then position it under the structure as shown. Next, grab this screw and screw it into this hole. Now grab these two metal pieces and screws. Each metal piece will be secured with one screw into these two spots. It's going to look something like this. Then grab these two metal bars and connect them as shown. Next, grab the other side piece and connect it like this. Now grab three screws and screw them into these three holes. Then grab these 6 metal pieces and 12 of these screws. Each metal piece will be secured using 2 screws. They'll be going into these 6 spots. It's going to look something like this. Then repeat the same steps for the other 4 metal pieces. The end product should look something like this. Now grab 12 of these metal caps and screws. They'll be going into these 6 spots. So these screws will be going to the top holes, and the caps will be going into the bottom holes. It's going to look something like this. Repeat the same step with the other 5 spots. Then bring in this metal bar and make sure the bottom is in this position. Then place it on the structure like this. Now grab this screw and screw it into this hole. Next, grab these 2 metal pieces and screws. Each metal piece will be secured with 1 screw into these 2 spots. It's going to look something like this. Then bring in the 2 smaller wooden pieces and place them on like this. Now grab something pointy to poke 16 holes into these 16 spots. If you're using a drill, you don't need to do this step. Next, grab 16 of these screws and screw them into these 16 holes. Now grab 6 adjustable feet and screw them into these 6 spots. Then lift the shelf unit onto its feet like this. Now grab the bigger piece of wood and this frame. Just make sure that these 2 holes on each end are in this position. Then place the frame onto the piece of wood like this. Also, IKEA states that this side should be flush. Then grab something pointy and poke 8 holes into these 8 spots. Next, grab 8 of these screws and screw them into these 8 holes. Then connect this piece as shown. Just make sure that the 2 holes on each end are facing the front. Now grab 6 of these screws and screw them into these 6 holes. Then grab these 2 metal pieces and 6 of these screws. Each metal piece will be secured with 3 screws into these 2 spots. It's going to look something like this. Now place your shelf unit against your intended wall. Next, grab the level and check that everything is level. If it's not, then play around with the adjustable feet until the shelf unit is. You can also secure the shelf unit to your wall using these two holes. Unfortunately, IKEA doesn't give you any screws and wall anchors, so you obviously have to buy your own. So you should now have a fully assembled Fjallbo Shelf Unit from IKEA. Hopefully this tutorial helped you out.